with like Leech Seed, Nature's Grasp maxed out early on. It feels like there's some value there, particularly playing against the Terrorblade. That could be pretty cool, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm
a fan of that build. I don't. Doom is such a passive hero to lane with that maybe you just have to go Living Armor though. But
yeah,
Zephyr does manage to secure the bounty rune, winning the right-click battle.
Done, well done. That's 2 apiece.
And no surprises with these lanes. Again, Polaris love these 4 positions for Xavius, the Shadow Demon, the Coddle that can stack a lot. Gonna be annoying with this Boots Coddle, just super fast and zoomy.
Punching away and being a bit annoying, and of course throwing in the taunt. You'll love to see the carousel ride. Yeah. We got the tango going. It's going to be interesting to watch also as you know, up top here, they're already going to start trying to put a little bit of pressure onto Natsumi and doing whatever they can to shut him down. The creep that I feel like if they do manage to get it is like winning so many lanes is the Mind Stealer nowadays. That's the one, like with all the mana regen, and like you can sort of enable your treant to spam out waves too. So we'll see if he gets lucky with another creep here as well.
Yeah, maybe the treants build that you mentioned. There's different ways you can go. Depends on what neutral he ends up getting if he can play his lane more. But particularly when Metamorph is on cooldown, they can definitely fight back against this lane. But when meta is up with the Weaver, I just don't think they can really contest here. So far things looking, a little bit tricky with this first Metamorph usage.
He's got a couple crits here. I don't know where these things came from, but battling it out as you can see up top there again. Cuckoo dropping fairly low, does pull the creep wave back over. Not the easiest time in the world. It might need to just eat a creep to get some of that extra value going. Yeah, gets the armor already out of the gate, but Reflection, right clicks, taking a good chunk of damage there, but the body blocks coming in from Zephyr should be enough to keep Cuckoo from dying.
That Treant Reflection illusion was ginormous.
Yeah.
Like half my screen.
That's a little wild. He's gonna give a little salve up afterwards. Yeah, Zephyr hitting himself pretty hard.
I don't think any big surprises with how these lanes are going. I'm curious to see, next Metamorphosis. I think we're going to have to see T1 play very cautiously up here. They don't have the best way to kind of disengage, and if Weaver gets like bugs on them with some TB right clicks, heroes will melt there. Mid lane, bit of a farm fest. Don't really see anything too crazy happening here.
It's definitely like up there around the Metamorphosis timings, or I guess potentially if there's a bit too far forward pressuring coming from Force and Xavius, they can get caught out of position or something. But it seems like it's going to be unlikely as, well, another round of the Reflection and giant Shadow Tree coming in and punching Zephyr a bit. Super annoying.
Scary. Yeah. Yeah, but as far as these lanes go, I think it seems like the biggest duel has been between Xavius and Whitemon. Whitemon's constantly chasing this Coddle around, which is, something kind of tricky to do. This Boots Coddle with 375 movement speed. He's definitely been pesky, but Whitemon just trying to get up, stop some of these stacks from happening, and make sure that his carry gets the free farm. He's more than happy to leave Gabby in a 1v1 against the Legion Commander just because Morphling can trade so efficiently.
The wave is going to be pulled all the way through there, and you can see Whitemon still trying to contest Force a little bit as this is going on here. Farming underneath the tower will be another wave coming in. Gabby, happy to be there.
Yeah, both carries just getting their free farm for the most part. Natsumi getting his farm under his tower. Gabby, same thing. I don't really see it change too much. It does feel like the offlaners are not having the best time, both Doom and Legion struggling a bit, which Doom will always catch up, so I don't think he's too concerned, and maybe concerned. Okay, has to TP out.
Yeah,
we'll be okay. Smart from Natsumi, didn't actually commit Metamorphosis, so he still got it for when Doom comes back to lane.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So this sort of sets him up to have some pretty good success, and Cuckoo having to walk all the way back out there. We saw Carl doing a really good job laning here against Lelouch as well. He was able to get a couple of range creep denies, but it's still a slight level advantage going that way. And Xavius, chased a little bit by Whitemon, is just going to be able to walk away from this eventually, though. Only level 1 on the DP still.
Yeah, just being solo XP from Morphling, which I guess Morph is level 5, a full level ahead of Legion, so seems okay. I don't. Yeah, you want your death prop to hit level 6, but I don't think their strategy is. It's not like it's like this level 6 playmaker. It's like this. Okay, you get level 6 and you can push a tower, but they're not in any rush to take these towers and objectives.
Good job there by Zephyr to come on in and push back the pressure from Natsumi. As they, like you said, not in any serious rush on the side T1 there. Get those objectives taken down early. And in fact, should be able to, with the tree armor, eventually keep the towers alive pretty effectively. And it's still been a bit of a rough laning stage for Cuckoo. He does eventually go and find that mana or a creep. And, well, Natsumi gets first blood. Stuck around a bit too long in lane with Zephyr.
Yeah. Again, he held onto that metamorphosis and had it there for the kill. It wears off at the end, but finds that first blood on a tree and protector. Did have the two supports once again. Whitemon and Xavius is juking it out around those stacks, trying to get some wards down, block some camps from being stacked up, but he's already got a double and a triple stack, so he blocks the camps almost like a little bit too late here. And that's something I think Xavius saw him block, so he's going to likely be bringing out some sentries. Yeah, he's bringing out a sentry to deal with this.
No, I've seen another team put so much emphasis on stacking up this jungle constantly. It's it's just like a single-mindedness. It's pretty impressive.
Xavius will quickly learn that both camps were blocked. I think he maybe thought just the ancients were blocked, but we got to get those D wards out. And like, yeah, it really is a key part of Polaris' game plan every single game. Like that is his role in this core position, is, you know, a little bit secure your off lane, but more than anything, anytime you have free time, you're stacking.
Yeah. Well, and they block it again. So as soon as they come on in to go for the D ward, I mean, this is the answer, right? If you're just going to put so much emphasis on it, we're going to come in and contest. Yep. We'll see if it comes back to haunt them at all or not, as Force here runs into Whitemon and is just going to back away afterwards. No fear really at all from the level 2 Death Prophet.
And at this point, Strawberry's like, you know, if I die, I've TP in or rotate like a Pangolier or something. I'm a level 2 Death Prophet. What does dying really matter? Your respawn timer is going to be like 10 seconds or something, so...
What needs have I?
Mid lane Lelouch is pretty low here. He's not going to die to the DK solo unless he really messes up. But the big issue is he's not defending his tower potentially. So Carl should be able to get some free damage on this tier 1 tower.
He's coming in to try and stop this. Only has the 1 point in Illuminate. So it looks like that might be enough to keep Carl back, at least for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good for them. As Carl couldn't get that much damage onto the tier 1 any at all, actually.
A very passive laning stage, and this seems to, you know, at least from what we've seen in this series as well as the NGX series, favor Polaris. This is how they like these lanes to go. Just stack it up, play the economy game, and then they strike and hit hard in the mid game. Around that kind of 15 to 20 minute stage is where they really try and take all your objectives and force some fights.
And Zephyr here is just soaking up experience. He's been healing up from all those stacks, getting his experience up already about level 4. But still, it's Natsumi that's getting complete and total free farm right now while they try and go and get some more D wards. Whitemon comes on in to break the stacks yet again. Yeah, because that's what he does. And roll. All right, they want to get a punish. And Whitemon is going to get found. Oh, but the neutrals! The stacks, they come back to haunt you.
I'll teach you to stack.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what's crazy about this player team is, like, you know, we talk a lot about Xavius, and he is the one stacking the most, but every time I look at their carry Natsumi, it feels like he's farming a stack in the regular jungle. Like, it's usually not like the 4 and 5 stacks that Xavius is doing, but there's always a double or a triple stack that either he's made himself or that the 5 position that Mavis has made. So just constant efficiency coming out of Polaris.
Very, very crisp and clean gameplay, as the panel was talking about. And on the other side, you know, T1, they're still getting farm on all of their main cores, and they're like, okay, you know what? Go for this like super greedy style of just non-stop farming. We're gonna do the same. They take the Doom. They're going in for the Midas. Like, it looks like they're gearing up for the late game as well.
Yeah. Historically, this has been one of T1's kind of go-tos. Like, let's Cuckoo Doom and just play super farm heavy, you know. Oh, CK mid.
Oh, nicely played. The slowdown, but it's not quite enough. Is he going to go down, though? A couple more punches. It will be final touch for Whitemon. He gets that kill.
Is under attack.
Dire's middle tower.
Nice for them.
is
They'll
under
get some
attack.
chip damage on this tier 1 mid.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Don't imagine players let it go down with how much they love to value protecting their jungle and their side of the map.
That's really hard to like fully commit to this when you've got so many heroes around from T1. I don't know how they defend this actually. They're gonna try and pull the creep wave past, but with nobody else here, the Pango coming in a little bit too late, they might be able to finish this one off.
Dire's middle
But now the
is under
tower's
attack.
actually hitting Carl. He's still tanking through it though.
A golden thread.
He's gonna just animation cancel time to get some deny range, so it's, you know, effectively dead. It's like one of those, like, they probably just have to deny it. They don't really want to, so they're gonna keep it up for now. Because this T1 tower is just so important for playing this farm game that Polaris are so good at.
See here again, they're gonna pop Metamorphosis another time. Mavis really got the bugs to help them clear through it faster along with Lelouch in the area. And clearing through that entire stack. Currently, top net worth. Yep, for the Terrorblade. Oh, and this is the other thing. The Chakra Magic to lower the cooldown, Conjure Image, and Metamorphosis, so you can get it more often.
Yeah, it'll just keep spamming out. There's like less value, I think, with some of these like really long cooldowns like Metamorph, but it's always still good. And hey, you can just keep using it, so. And Natsumi is very happy. And TP's a hero that kind of has, if you're spamming those illusions, you have mana
Radiant's
problems.
bottom
Like,
tower
it's
is
not
under attack.
your aggressive chakra combo, but it's a farming chakra combo.
And if they want to play aggressive with it, that's where you go with Lelouch. This
Yes.
Pango, who's trying to get towards that Diffusal Blade.
Oh yeah.
Become
Dire's top
very
tower is
difficult
under
to deal
attack.
with very quickly.
Yeah, it's those like Swashbuckle, Shield Crash, like
Radiant
8 to
are
10 second
scanning.
cooldown spells where you really feel the value out of having a, 6-second cooldown reduction from the Chakra Magic, so. We'll see T1 now. They're feeling pretty confident. They go from the mid T1 tower now up to top, pushing with the Siege Wagon. I like what we've seen out of Carl so far, and this is all pre-Blink Dagger, so they're going to have that playmaking potential out of him with the Blink Dagger fairly soon. Although I'm not really sure he's got the best heroes to play around. Like Doom is, Phase Midas farming it up. His supports are more like teamfight centric rather than like looking to go for ganks or kills, but we'll see if he finds a way to make this Blink useful early on.
Yeah, the ways
what
that I
you'll
guess we've
find
seen
laying
some of them do, some like good damage is with getting into that shard pretty quickly afterwards. But it's a question of like,
Yes.
will it be quite enough damage with these heroes that like don't really want to go in with him at the same time?
DK Shard is so much damage.
Yeah,
It solves a lot of what this hero's problems used to be, where it's like, okay, you go this Blink BKB build and you do no damage at all. And now it's like you just get an extra. It's like it is a fit spell and it does crazy damage.
and particularly against the Terrorblade, that's kind of cool, right? Like you're going to be burning down those illusions super quickly. So Natsumi going to need to watch out and definitely tank up pretty quickly. Immediately going into the Manta style afterwards. But you can see 2 kills in 13 minutes. There is one thing on these teams' mind to do this farming up.
Yep.
That's for sure.
To the viewers who don't often tune to SCA Dota, they're probably like, oh, this isn't what I heard SCA Dota is all about. What's going on, Lyrical?
I know they just want to they want to win really really badly, and they don't want to give up. Want to take the perfect fight. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's weird, right? Because I feel like so much of these like mid-game fights determine all the rest of Dota right now, right? Like if you get rolled early in the laning stage over, so it feels like maybe the response is, all right, we're gonna play super safe, so that way we don't take a bad fight, like happened last game for T1 around this time.
Oh yeah, when they're defending their tier 1 safe lane. This time around, they're not sending
Radiant's
cores.
bottom
Zephyr's here. If he
tower is
dies,
under attack.
you don't care. Like, that's the support just delaying any push kind of thing. He's even showing himself as if like, hey, come and waste time chasing me in these trees. So,
But look at this. The wraparound, Carl's there. They find it. Stun right to start. Lelouch looking to turn. This is an awkward
Great
place to fight, but the great overload afterwards. Will it be enough? The Doom is there. They take down the Pango and force getting rolled. The Whitemon, is it going to be quite enough to find the final touch? And it looks like it will. So they bring down 2 and maybe going to be able to find a 3rd as well. Why not? T1 come back strong in this game too and bring everybody.
super sick from Zephyr, because as soon as they blinked in with the DK and stun, the counterplay from Pango was he was going to instantly Rolling Thunder and look to at least make it like, a fight where they stood a chance. But once he gets cancelled by the overgrowth, their entire team fight is just gone.
Dire's bottom
Really
tower
good stuff
has
there
fallen.
coming from T1, and just like that, all the tier 1 towers are completely gone. Polaris, they're gonna need to come up with some answers, but I don't know if T1 are gonna give them a chance. They're just looking to roll.
And we're about to hit the 15-minute mark. This is probably one of the biggest changes of the patch, really, is this 15-minute ag shard. The fact that there are some heroes who hit a really big power spike with it. You mentioned the DK. He's going to instantly buy it. 15 minutes in, he's got a new spell.
God.
And he is going to pack a punch with this and use it to just farm out waves, whatever it may be. But this is definitely a big indirect buff to the Dragon Knight.
Lush does manage to pick up a kill onto Zephyr, which is important. That's cutting off this like early blink dagger that he was going for. That obviously, you know, you saw how amazing that overgrowth was in the last fight. But it looks like now with Tree dead and Natsumi showing up, this should finally be the tier 1 tower taken down bottom.
I think no defense inside here with all these ultis down, Doom as well as the Freeze Fire. So I'll let it go. It's not like the biggest tower to really worry about losing, though.
Keep on looking at this fireball up top, how enormous it is when they lay it down on the Dragon Knight.
It's such a big AoE. And then, yeah, had the damage buffed as well.
See if he drops it down here. Pop it up. Because that is the other thing, is like kind of running low on mana to make use of the Soul Ring and like Wand as well. But yeah, there it is. That's ridiculous.
That's I would not call that a fireball. Like what I know from, you know, growing up with different fantasy stuff, shows and D&D, that fantasy ball is like a small projectile.
Yeah.
That's like a fantasy lake. Fire. That's like a fire lake or something.
Yeah. Well, they are in towards mid. A lot of illusions trying to whittle down this tower, but with the tree armor on it, it's not the easiest thing in the world, and it's going to give up, push out the farming up the rest of the jungle instead. I mean, in spite of all of the tier 1 towers being down right now for Polaris, it's still less than 1,000 gold lead. But you got to imagine that T1 are going to try and put the clamps on this soon.
Radiant
Yeah, and they're kind of all in on this TB's game. Like, they've got the offlane Legion, who's very underfarmed, whose job is just going to kind of turn into buffing up the TB, because he's not got any dual damage. He's not scaling as a core. You know, a bit surprised. He hasn't... he's got the Solar Crest build up, so we'll see how that goes as far as just a way to buff up TB. But, you know, unfortunately, Legion is not really what it used to be when it comes to the Ag Shard change. So, you know, no more free BKBs.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That is not quite as devastatingly overpowered as it was before, which I'm actually still thankful for. But nonetheless, it looks like Polaris is still looking to find an opening there, but with everybody retreating away from that tier 2 tower, they might have to set their sights either back towards mid or possibly just trying to farm again.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately...
Jumps in, good save.
It's the fresh.
Thought about using the ulti, but retreats away.
Yeah. The tricky thing
Radiant's
for Polaris is going to be, like, they can maybe keep this TB alive a little bit, but he's going to be getting everything thrown at him. The Doom, the Overgrowth through, you know, potential BKB later on, if he ever goes for that. You know, all they have to do is stop this TB, because he's going to probably be the only one dealing damage as this game goes on.
Obviously, what Doom is very good at, shutting down that one hero. Polaris, they did see with this really good ward placed in between the towers on the bottom and mid, a really good opening there. But Gabby, oh no, they missed the roll with the duel afterwards. Okay, enough. Will they be able to bring it down? This Morphling, super tanky, has the waveform afterwards, just tries to go for the TP out, and will end up dying. Not sure if there was something eating him there, but nonetheless, finds the kill, much needed.
He definitely had the waveform for like a second, maybe, and then he had his mana burn, so...
Yeah.
Or did wave to the low ground or something there, and they don't catch the Doom, who's still working on the BKB, getting very close to it. But yeah, Gabby dying. This is, you know, this is the kind of game where it's on Gabby to kind of win them this game. Like, they'll do everything they can to doom the TB and, you know, land their team fight spells like the Overgrowth and hit the right heroes with Dragon Tail. But Gabby needs to make the right moves to, you know, keep up in farm, but also in these team fights in order for T1, you know, not a done deal that they can just win this game by shutting down TP and 5.
Generation.
That's absolutely not. And some of this, again, is like the really good vision placed down by Mavis. His ward was up there, and that was what caught sight of the Morphling going over and farming that direction. So good vision leading. Oh, that would have been bad if they lost the Billy there.
Yeah.
Mavis able to come back in and sneak it away. But yeah, vision always so important to setting up the right
Radiant's
fights.
middle tower is under attack.
So both teams will just posture around their vision right now. And you can see T1 just sentries everywhere, just trying to do what they can to de-ward their jungle and, you know, basically protect the fact that they feel like they've got the better late game. And, you know, I think on paper, T1 definitely do. Playing Doom against like a single core in TB, you've got Morphling and DK, two heroes who can both scale pretty well. Oh, not to mention Doom, like late game Doom, you start looking at Shivers, Refresher, all that. So longer this game goes, I would favor T1 more and more.
Oh, it's interesting. Cuckoo, he took the Hellbear, so he's got the Death Throw power. So if he dies in these fights, he's going to be giving that 50% base damage buff to his Morphling. That's kind of interesting.
What's the AoE? 700 radius. Huh.
I mean, it's pretty small, but yeah.
A lot of damage.
It is? Oh, good smoke break.
Yeah. Instantly cancels the blink too, Force. Recognizing that, just go stop that blink. T1 will not follow this up. This is that kind of key time where both teams are going to be looking for that good catch, whether it's a single hero pickoff or a smoke into a team fight, because Roshan is up and both teams will kill Roshan pretty damn fast with their current level of farm, so any kind of an edge they can get. But right now, 4 kills to 3 at 21 minutes, less than 1k gold lead. Something needs to happen soon, Lyrical.
I know, what the heck? Gotta get after it. Well, they did see Gabby down bottom, so that might give them the signal to try and go now. Whitemon, they're trying to break smokes, and Lilish is going to see it. Oh, good play by Whitemon to be over on the other side of the cliff. So they bait out the Rolling Thunder, and oh, Polaris, they just need to get out now. An immediate smoke from T1. This is their moment.
A golden thread.
Bango, I think Lelouch knew he was maybe pushing his luck with that last wave, so instantly blinks away after farming it, but they can kind of... I think they can be super aggressive here for your team. When you got a DD rune on Morphling as well with Lincoln's BKB, it's go time. They either need to take Roshan or force a fight here, and then Polaris are going to... They want to dodge every fight, and I think that's why this may just end up being a Roshan.
Top tower is under attack.
It is a little bit risky going into Roshan, but...
Yeah, he's separated from the rest of his team. Forces there as well. They walk forward immediately, and Mavis taking so much damage. Time lapse back up in 5 seconds, but he managed to get away. And Natsumi takes a tower while this is happening. Now the call is maybe go to Roche as the DD is wearing off. Are they going to be able to take it? This is awkward.
Yeah, and they're gonna. It's like the Roche pit's kind of like this risky place where they can get the jump on you. And enough times before Rolling Thunder is back up. They're so unsure what to do. Do we Roshan? Do we do something else? They've committed exorcism now.
Oh, waveform through. Gabby takes a lot. Cuckoo can't find an opening. The rest of Polaris is sort of in the area, but do they want to fight? It's being brought down super low. They got the bugs on everybody. They see absolutely everything in this. Illusion's starting to go out first. T1, they got to back out. Roche even wants to get him close. Dude, this is wild.
Polaris just played the last minute like to absolute perfection. Like the Rolling Thunder, from when they used Rolling Thunder and didn't get any kills up until it coming back off cooldown was played perfectly. Like they pushed out the waves, they avoided the smoke, they just constantly, you know, if they completely showed on the other side of the map, T1 would be like, okay, they TP'd away and ran away, let's just take Roshan for free. But they stuck around just enough without getting picked off that they prevented Roshan from going on by throwing out bugs, by throwing out Illuminate. It's just perfect play from them.
Yeah, and Dragon Form got popped, so they don't have it now for the rest of this fight. And while that was going on, Natsumi was able to still farm the triangle as well. Yeah. So they're still getting all that stuff working. Natsumi beating away at Roche now, and are they going to come and try and... Has BKB ready to go. It still could be okay if they can find that Doom. Meta's now... was like the double BKB timing. It felt like so much was going to sort of be working for them, and the fight just went the way of Polaris.
Radiant structures are fortified.
We'll see them start mowing down some towers, I imagine. Like, can't really rely on living armor now when TV's metamorph is up. He's got the Grove Bow as well, fantastic item. And once he's got Lincolns, it gets a lot harder for this Doom to approach these fights. He's going to be praying for some kind of neutral item that can break Lincolns. They didn't get any kind of Fey grenade, I don't believe, so it's going to be
is under attack.
Precious bounty.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Like more and more of these items that are just about like making Natsumi big, right? Lelouch is also
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
A golden thread.
Precious bounty.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant are scanning.
Regeneration. Double damage!
Dire are scanning. Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Amazing what your plan is laying around. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks has